Welcome back. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. How's everyone doing today? Let's see. You know, I don't have a background for Claude. Probably should come up with one, huh? Let's make sure we're live. How's everyone doing today? Yo, what's up, Mr. Baker? Happy Friday. How we doing today? Shout out, Mr. Baker. You shared something in the Discord. It made me laugh. Let's pull that up real quick. I actually remember the domain because it's such a good domain. Oh my god, Claude.rip. This is just such a well-built timeline. Oh my god. This is not me shitting on Claude. Listen, I still love using Claude and its models, but they are shooting themselves in the foot time and time again. It's, what's up, Maestro? Happy Friday. Hey, I appreciate you. What's up, Ori? Yeah, it's been a minute. How you doing? Yeah, I know not everyone's got their own lives. You can't be tuning into every live stream. It's, I totally understand that. Thankful you're here, though. How you doing today? Any fun plans for the weekend? Today, I will admit, I was originally going to go sneak in a round of golf with my dad before he heads back to Europe, because he won't be here for Father's Day. But it is raining. Well, I guess it's not pouring rain anymore, but it's wet. It's not the best conditions. He's an old man. He doesn't like playing in the cold, so it's yeah. So you're stuck with me instead. I know, right? That domain's hilarious. Yeah, right? Be curious to see how Claude would perform if their models took over. Yeah, they do. I think they do. I think they do. Listen, still great models, still use them daily, but come on. So, but today is all about Claude, so we're not here to shit on Claude. We're here to test Opus 4.8, and I have a few ideas of things that I'd like to build. I prompt Claude to kind of come up with some fun ideas. Let's see. Maybe I should prompt Codex. What do you guys think? Ooh, here, I'll show it off. This one seems fun. So build something the stream itself fills up in real time. So it's like, what are you building this week? So some type of wall that you guys can post on to kind of share what you're building, you know? Hands down, the CEO. No offense to him, but hands down, I feel like Claude Opus doesn't hallucinate as much as the actual human-driven team behind it. Yeah, it was referencing some old videos that I did, so I'm not sure that that's the best move. All right, let me pull up CMux, so I'm probably gonna start there first. I also just teased a little something. So, just as I did with Prompt Browser, I think that Claw Crib is gonna be simplified. Listen, the original approach and idea behind it, I think, was a good one, but it's a bit too much involved with everything else I'm working on and everything else I'd rather focus on. So, I think I'm gonna turn Claw Crib into something a little more simple. Stay tuned for that. We'll work on that in public at some point. But I was just doing some planning and some research and kind of going back and forth with Opus 4.8 as far as new approaches that we can take. Now, the help feature will stay because it's very helpful, right? No pun intended. But the idea of allowing people to come in and build their own multi-agent system, the reality is nobody's using that part of it. And I think that we can turn it into kind of like what I'm doing for Hermes, where I'm building plugins and modules, right, for the actual multi-agent team. I'm going to do something similar for Claw Crib. and OpenClaw, right? All right, let's pop open a new folder. All right. Let's pop that over to the right there. Gonna hide that. Spin up Claude. Keep this as kind of like the landing page there. Hey, appreciate you, Aura. Thanks for tuning in. How you doing? Yeah, listen, I started testing it immediately. I didn't notice a big increase, right? I don't do benchmark testing. I don't do any of that. I build things I need to build. So maybe I think from the perspective of what do I need? What's in my pipeline that I need to work on? I think we build something fun for the audience first. Why not? But why not? What is this? An app that thinks for itself. Claudeception demo. Build a small artifact that calls the Claude API from inside itself. So you want me to spend more of your money? Okay, more of my money with your tokens. Wonderful. The wow moment for beginner audiences. The tool we just built itself is running on AI. Yeah, I mean, we already know how to do this for the most part. So that doesn't interest me. Honestly, maybe the ambiguous prompt, right? The simple prompt to see what it can build us. I think we should see if Claude Opus 4.8 can pull from Hermes docs and build us a plugin that's plug and play that just works. That might not be a bad idea. Kind of get to mesh Hermes into Claude Opus 4.8. Yo, what's up, yet? Yeah, I like CMux. I'm a big fan of Theo's content as well. He highlighted CMux a little bit ago. It's ghosty on steroids. And it also allows you to create your own workspaces without having to have separate windows. And then I could obviously split right, split down. I've just been loving operating in it, so I started using it as my primary terminal interface. And occasionally I'll still pop up Ghosty, but for the most part, it's any CLI work I do, it's in CMux for that reason. I remember Warp. I tried Warp early on, and I believe Riley Brown made some content around it. Or maybe he used it in some of the content he was making, so I don't think he was promoting Warp directly, but I do believe it was some type of agreement with Warp to use their interface on his videos. I had nothing negative to say about it. It just wasn't my cup of tea. What's your favorite? Now, I haven't used it in months. I want to say at least 5 months. Like the last time I touched Warp was December. Yo, what's up, Whoosh? How we doing today? Let's actually, since we're on a live, let's actually take the approach to see what Claude could do. I'm going to give it an idea, and I want to build out separate artifacts for that idea. Very similarly to that demo I did recently. I could always just try to rebuild Claw Crib live without touching the original codebase. pop open another tab here really quickly. We'll get started here in a moment. Let's just read through this, shall we? It's more effective as a collaborator. Interesting. I mean, I would hope so. I mean, didn't we always have this control? Or at least with Opus 4.7 at least? Or am I missing something here? Users on Claude.ai. So maybe the web app now has effort options, but in the CLI, we've had that for quite some time. Yeah, but fast mode, from what I heard, it actually bills your API. It's not a part of your subscription from what I understood. Chat, correct me if I'm wrong. I still have that free $200 in credits that they gifted us when they ban-hammered OpenClaw. I haven't used it yet. Oh, I technically have 400 because of that other account that I hope I still have those credits now that I canceled that max plan. I have a feeling I may not have those credits since I canceled that max plan, but I'll have to go take a look after the live. It's interesting how they're now putting GPT on here. I could have sworn they used to only compare their older models. Oh, I mean, listen, I hate looking at benchmarks personally because benchmarks, I think it's more about the UX, the user experience within the whatever app you're using, right? Whether you're using the desktop app, the CLI, an agent. I think that's more important than these numbers. Is its honesty. Train all our models to be honest, for instance. Hey, I actually don't know about this. I don't know about this because I was building a tool for someone, for a friend, and I essentially prompted it like, hey, what's the best model to use from a cost perspective to essentially help create this output based off of a certain criteria. I already knew the answer. It was OpenAI's 5.4 mini, or not mini, what's the other term? Micro? I forget the name off the top of my head. But I knew that one was way cheaper. But it immediately tries pushing me towards Haiku. So is it really honest or is it biased towards its own models? You know what I mean? I find that interesting. I find that very interesting. Early testers report it's more likely to flag uncertainties about its work and less likely to make unsupported claims. Well, that's nice. I do remember that being an issue. This is born out of our evaluations. System card. Okay, I'm not going to read that line for line. That's boring. So you're saying codecs will have to come in less to audit your code for production? Is that what you're saying? Because I think that's still an industry standard, right? It's build whatever you build and with whatever models you build it. But at the end of the day, when you're going to production, use codecs. Right, to run that security audit, to optimize that code base, that backend, to make sure it's secure, to make sure nobody can exploit it. And correct me if I'm wrong, chat, if you guys think that's changed. I don't think that's changed. Messing with voice agents in Estonian language. Ooh, that must be fun. Please share. What up, Klein? Welcome back. How we doing today? To be honest, unless you're trying to build very complex softwares, I think current models are more than enough if you mainly do productivity and knowledge work. The models doesn't excite me. Yeah, listen, there's such small jumps what I'm more interested right now with models is which one is the best agent? Which one can operate my agent systems the best? And right now, because of OpenAI being, I think, the only frontier model, or I guess now Grok, allowing you to use their models for their agents, or for your agents rather, like, yes, that leans me towards picking GPT, but GPT 5.5 versus 5.4, there's just no comparison. 5.5 was night and day difference. And we saw that coming, right? We kind of predicted by the end of April, the ban hammer would have been just like, we'll essentially forget about the ban hammer, right? Because GPT is going to be so much better at running as your OpenClaw or Hermes agents. And it was true. It was true. Yeah, no, I agree with you. I agree with you. That's why, like, I've never been one also to chase something. As far as this channel goes, I see a lot of, and this is not me throwing shade on anybody. It's a solid approach to staying relevant and getting views and clicks and earning more in YouTube AdSense. However, I'm not going to drop a new video just because a new model dropped, just for the sake of being a first mover or being first. I'd rather put some time and effort into my video and do something unique, and also make a video around something I think needs a video, right? Like, I have no plans to rush out a claw. I thought about it yesterday, but no, this week's videos, we're highlighting this plugin. We're releasing it to the public, this floating chat bubble for your Hermes, right? What's going on? Why is... Ooh, I have way too much open in the background, huh? I think that's my system. I don't think that's Hermes. That was a weird little lag there. Anyway, going back to it, I'm not gonna rush a video out there just to say something that literally hundreds of channels are gonna say over and over and over again, right? I'd rather put the model to good use. And I just didn't see that big of a jump with Opus 4.8 after hours of testing it. Yeah. Yeah. Facts right here. Facts, Mr. Baker. Francisco, welcome back. How we doing today? I mean, this is ultimately the move, right? I was actually watching this. Did I finish watching it? If you guys aren't already following Chris, go give him a follow. I love his content. I love his videos. Great channel to follow. He's not one of the more well-known ones, but it was this video here.
Beat companies that have raised any amount of outside capital.
He was literally in the middle of interviewing Greptile's CEO, which is a young kid, very young kid, but very sharp. And he talks about like this whole, now, obviously, I didn't finish watching his part of the interview, but the part that I remembered the most at the beginning of it was, you know, there's all this slop or all this code, all these apps being written, right? The friction from being able to create an app has been removed. However, to deploy that app, to make sure that the code base is sound, that market for companies to help, you know, take something from vibe coded to production is increasing tremendously. And that's, you know, what they do is Greptile. I'm sure you guys have heard of Greptile, but it's essentially like a code rabbit. It's just an AI code reviewer. And his company, he got a good amount of investment. Nah, it's just back. I just watched him the other day, and they're still a little bit wet from this morning's kind of moisturizing, so it's I don't want to put them up. No, I think this is honestly the move, right? I don't think obviously the need for full stack devs aren't as much anymore, but there's always going to be a need for that human to audit that code base, I feel like, or at least create these platforms and systems that help you audit that code base before you go to production. But yeah, go give Chris a follow and sub if you haven't already. Hey, I've been testing it, and I mean, even after hammering codecs this week, That shouldn't be an issue for me when they change back to normal. I don't think I'll hit 100 on a week. I think I'll get close, but why are they showing Mythos? Did we get a Mythos preview? I don't think we did. There we go. Does the lighting feel off today? Is it because it's just overcast? I should probably turn up that light a little bit more, huh? I mean, they got a cool looking video here. I wonder, did they have AI make this or is a human making this? Note on effort, it defaults to high effort, which we judge based to be the best overall balance of quality and user experience. Okay. I mean, at least they were honest here, Mr. Baker. Oh, I didn't even think about how loud that would have been. My bad. Okay. You already read this, right? Oh, this is just the more detailed part. Okay. I'm not going through that. Oh, nice. Interesting. 2 arrows to the left and to the right. It switches it from just Claude Interactive to Claude Agents. I didn't know that. It's pretty nifty. I was always Control-Cing out, and then I would type in Claude Agents. But you don't have to do that. You can just invoke Claude. 2 left arrows, it switches to Agents. 2 right arrows, it switches back to Claude Interactive. Yeah. But they claim a public release could happen in the next couple of weeks. They're still trying to put guardrails around it. Yeah, my bad, my bad, my bad. All right, we'll start building something here in a moment. Just give me two seconds. open up this other profile. What do I need built? I have an idea just to build something for fun, but I want to think first what I need. You know, one thing we could do. Hey, Claude. So we're testing out Opus 4.8. And I want to see, what can you do? What's changed? How's your image gen looking? Can you compete with ChatGPT's image gen 2? This is going to play off of an idea that I have. I don't think it can, but I would rather just start talking to Claude. Yes, I know what you do. Okay, that's not helpful. I already know this. Yes, I know this. Okay. Yeah, you don't have that capability, eh? Okay, that's fine. Yo, what's up, Derek? In the kitchen today, just shooting a quick hello. I'll be poking around in and out. We'll catch up later. Right on. Have a good day in the kitchen. Derek putting on his chef hat. No pun intended. Be willing to bet a $200 sub that 90% of all tasks people give Opus on high could be done with Sonnet on medium for a lot less wasted tokens. This will have to be a great test. Or rather, this will have to be a test, and I have a feeling it'll be a good one. Oh, I got you. I got you. Thank you. Hey, listen, I can't improve without your feedback, so let me make that larger for you. You know, I originally used to stream off of, I think it was like a 4K or 2K 1440p resolution. These were like early videos of Clearmud, and I didn't realize it because I was editing on a 4K monitor, so like everything was large. But on the video end, I didn't think about the end user, and after receiving 5 or 6 different comments all within a short period of time, I realized, oh, this is a mistake. On my recording monitor, my streaming monitor, it's now 1080p. But even 1080p at 100%, I still have to remember to increase the text. Hey, appreciate you, Level Up. Happy Friday. I hope you have a great weekend. So these are all demos that it sees. That was an expensive demo. And you know what's crazy? I don't even think I ended up releasing that video. I think it went into my backlog folder. But I must have spent $40 on VO 3.1 video outputs. It's insanely expensive for one little video. How do we know what quality agent we should assign task to? I'm sure Mr. Baker will go into this more, but I think this also depends on, does that agent and that particular workflow have a skill tied to it? Because if it has a detailed skill tied to it for certain tasks that are repeatable, or you want to follow a certain set of criteria, then it's not necessarily the model that you want to focus on. I think one of the cheaper models can follow instructions, right? It's fine-tuning that skill. And if it's a cron plus skill combo. At work, we do Opus for writing the spec, then decomposing the spec down to individual tasks, then give those tasks to Sonnet for 6 to complete. Alpha right here, alpha. All right, let me pull that there. All right, I want to see how creative you are. Go take a look at clearmud.ai. I want you to be methodical. Look at the homepage, look at every individual page, look at the blog, look at the resources. If you use the Claude extension, I can log you in. You do require a Google Auth to access that. And I want you to recreate the website. But then on top of that, I want to create separate artifacts. I want to create a game that people can play. And I also want to create a free tool that people could use to... What do I want this tool to do? I don't know. I want your ideas. A free tool, like a scanner, so to speak, that people can use to either analyze their code base or analyze their website or web app. I think I've done this before, but I kind of want to see how Opus 4.8 would handle a reskin of our website. I doubt I'll use it, right? But I want to see what he does, how he does it. And this is also me thinking from the perspective of an end user, right? Somebody looking at Opus 4.8, and maybe you have a small to mid-sized company and you have an outdated website. Maybe you just try to have Claude Opus 4.8 rebuild it for you. And yes, I could give it a skill. Yes, I could give it brand assets, primary, secondary colors, primary, secondary typography, but I don't want to do that. I want to see how intelligent it is to do it itself. For your setup, I use the G-Stack browse skill. Oh, interesting. Okay. Nice, nice. So we're going to do two things at once here. All right, Claude, I want you to go check out clawcrib.com. I want to simplify it. I want to rebuild it. And I think I want to hone in on the whole crib aspect of it. So I want to create a plugin. No. I want to create a visual kind of crib, so to speak, a visual house that takes the user through an onboarding, right? It analyzes their existing OpenClaw root directory. It can analyze how many workspaces there are. And then it could ask the user, you know, what agents have what roles applied to them. Ideally, I would love it if this tool detects that itself and then creates this immersive 3D experience where all of their agents are chilling in a crib and you can assign tasks, you can monitor work. This is definitely more vanity than anything. Now, do we want this hosted on clawcrib.com? Probably not. I think this would be a tool or a public repository that people could feed to their OpenClaw agents, and then it essentially spins up a dev server locally for them based off of their OpenClaw config. Please reference docs.openclaw.ai for any questions you may have about OpenClaw. very minimal prompts. Let's see how it does. Derek, one of your messages is held for a review. What's going on there? I think it's because you wrote the word shoot. Come on, YouTube, why are you being that secure? Might have to move my video back to the top right for this one, so we're not blocking this bottom part of this chat, eh? Much better. I know, right? It could backfire. We'll see. Oh, some fun stuff that I've also... Let's go take a look first. Hard refresh. Interesting. Okay. So I've been doing some work on my OpenClaw setup. Improving my laboratory, essentially, because those overnight micro SaaS products... That whole approach is migrating to product OS, right? So I built out two new prototype overnight builds. One is a video prop for new video ideas. And then another was coming up with a new concept based off of the rule of 3 approach for thumbnails. Now I can remix it. This uses ChatGPT's image gen 2, of course, but essentially what I'm going to get every night now, or every morning, is a new thumbnail concept that I could test, right? I could replace this with my actual 3D character that I prefer to use. I kind of like this circuit 3D one. That's kind of cool. But I love this 1, 2, 3 artifacts on screen. I do not love this one, so I would tell it to probably try to co-locate these two together and then have this just be one big badge on the screen. So essentially overnight prototypes of new thumbnail concepts to test out and then new video props. So let's see what was last night. I think I need to fine-tune this because this is too much. A smarter model is not automatically a better workflow. Use this before switching your daily driver. The test is not whether the demo looks impressive. The test is whether the model improves real tasks after cost, review, rollback, or counted. Oh, this is an interesting demo. Okay. I mean, these are solid steps. This is actually a great video prop here. Huh. Would I turn this into a video? Maybe. But But I love how now my self-improvements overnight, they're going to build me out a new video prop. And then I can choose whether or not to script this, right? And I have these hotkeys up here that I'm still working on, but yeah, a little slight improvement I made to Muddy OS. One thing I'm also noticing, hey, so one thing we have to fix for the video props in the laboratory, when I click a video prop, it should not go full screen to the point where it replaces the contents of Muddy OS. I think it should go full screen within the container, leaving the, you know, the main content container, leaving the nav header and the vertical modules along the left untouched, right? So we want to go full screen within the tab itself, that big container, rather than actually going full screen over Muddy OS. Let's make this slight improvement here. And you know, it wouldn't be a Clearmud live stream without a little bit of squirrel in here. All right, let's go answer some questions. Ooh, what do we think here, chat? Claude is recommending Isometric, and I thought it would have recommended 3.js, to be honest with you. I'm not sure about this one. I kind of wanted to say a true 3D. I'll let you guys decide. The faithful Clearmud homepage recreation. Hey, interesting. What is this blue? These are not my blues. Huh, okay. I'll let you work, Claude. Oh, auto mode is on as well. That's funny. I'm leaning true, but I don't know. I kind of just want to follow its recommendations and see if we can trust Opus 4.8. Let's go with this recommendation. Yeah, no, we're just building the tool. I can deploy this onto an OpenClaw demo machine. So definitely ship a sample of agents. Let's have the default agent plus 4 workspaces. And as I'm sure you'll learn through the docs, each individual workspace is its own agent with its own memory, his own soul, his own identity, etc., etc. But yes, when somebody deploys this or utilizes this repo on their machine, it's supposed to read their config file plus workspace files to detect the size of their team, to detect how it's going to visualize everything, right? So I think we want to choose progressive, but I also wanted to type this in here. Thin vertical slice, nail the visual crib and the auto detection onboarding wizard. I think 1 and 2. Does it? All right, I'm glad I chose it. I wonder, is it only in fashion because Claude is recommending it? And French press number 1 done. Yeah. I'm gonna squirrel here. Anybody love fry bread? You know what fry bread is? I've been on a fry bread tip. Oh my goodness. I've been taking the same approach to how I made pizza dough for the pizza oven back in Europe. And it's not the authentic way to make Neapolitan style doughs, but it's such an easy way to make pizza dough. You take a kilo of flour, 2 teaspoons of active dry yeast, and 4 teaspoons of not rock salt, but also not fine salt. It's flaky sea salt is what you call it. And mix that all together with some room temp water and let it sit and ferment for at least 18 hours. And then your pizza dough's ready. I took that same approach. I'm making smaller batches. I'm doing 1/4 of the batch because that's a lot of dough to spin up. So I've been doing that. And then the next day, I'll just, create this little pancake patties, throw it on my cast iron pan, top it with some caramelized onions, some roasted garlic, roasted mushrooms, whatever else I want to make, and create these little patty sandwiches. Oh, loving it. It's probably back in fashion because of all the AI agent office views people are making. Yeah, probably. Now that's also an idea. Let's shift down here. We're gonna do a lot at once here. Shoot, I put him in the root directory, didn't I? So we'll make directory. What do I want to call this one? Man, I'm making myself hungry. And I normally don't eat until noon every day. And it's 10 a.m. So, but I know for you, it must be dinner time or dessert time, right? What do I want to call this? Give me a second. Let me think about this. So I have this idea to create our own library, whether we use it for all AI agents or just Hermes or just OpenClaw. But I want to think a little bit more thoughtfully before I vibe my way through that process. Let's go check this plan, eh? I can always layer back in the help section on the website as well, so I'm just gonna let it do its thing here. Ultra plan with Claude code on the web. The only thing I want to note is I want to use the existing logo that we're using in version 1. Otherwise, go for it and use auto mode, please. We're just gonna call this lib. And we'll spin up Claude here. I realized I never made changes to the... Can go back to the OG. This was my first live stream background here. This blue grid. maybe I'll go back to it for today. So I want to collaborate with you on something. I want to create my own library for AI agents. I'm starting with the vaguest of prompts here. I want to see what direction Claude helps me take this. Oh, nice, nice. Okay. 8-hour difference. I wonder if UltraPlan spins up as many agents as UltraCode. Maybe it's worth a test, no? Hold on, let me pull up desktop app. Ooh, I have to update. Let me relaunch to update really quickly. This one's almost done. Let's see what we need to verify here. Go for it. Excuse me. Adaptive thinking, more models. You know what's interesting is I don't see Max. I'm guessing it's in the code section. Let me change this directory really quickly and then I'll show it on screen. Give me one second. Dev Clearmud company. Like, where's this ultra code or ultra mode? I see Max here. Interesting. Auto? No? Yeah, I'm not sure what, maybe I should have said yes. Yeah, so I'm still on the fence of what kind of library I want it to be. I think I'd rather have it be something visual for agents. But I know 3.js probably handles most of that, depending on, you know, what type of visuals you're looking for. I'd have to think more about this, right? It was just an idea that I had of what if we create our own library for both Hermes and OpenClaw AI agents. I'd have to go to the drawing board and really think about this one. But I'm open to ideas on your end. If you want to try to build something live with me, let's do it. I'm trying to figure out how to pronounce it's Nuth. It's Nuth. How you doing, Nuth? Welcome. I'm gonna put that one on hold for a second. Looks like the rebuild is done. Let's see how Opus 4.8 does, eh? Everything is built, tested in a real browser, zero console errors, running live now. All right. I'm not impressed. Didn't do anything. Oh, it just takes us to the actual blog post. It's hilarious. So it's just a one-page layout. It didn't do anything else. It didn't rebuild the blog. Yeah, listen, I'm not impressed. I know we didn't give it too much guidance, but nevertheless, not impressed. Ah, okay. Interesting. Yo, good afternoon, Pokemon. Today we're just building a whole bunch of random stuff. We're just testing Opus 4.8, to be honest. Yeah, today is more of an experiment day. I don't think any of this is going to stick. I wanted to think from the perspective of just average users, you know, what you can do, what we can build. If you have any ideas, let me know. I'm happy to build it live, but we're just having fun with it. We're not doing anything too crazy. Well, I was planning a simple centralized LLM wiki Obsidian Vault for all my agents to share. Ooh, interesting. What's up, Sharma? How we doing today? Yeah, for sure. Fratello, good to know. Good to know. Noted. Well, welcome, Fratello. I know you're a new commenter. I don't think I've seen you comment before, so welcome. Nice. That's good. Yeah, I've been finding this to be the sweet spot. For me, it's 4 cores and 12 gigs, but I think I'll up it to that 4 and 16 gig split once at least Muddy and my main Hermes product OS migrates. I mean, aside from this, we're building a lot here. Today, though, as I mentioned, it's all about experimenting. So I'm having Claude Opus 4.8 kind of re-envision clawcrib.com version 2. I had it try to rebuild Clearmud.ai. I wasn't impressed. And then this one here, we were going to work on some type of new library, but I'm not sure what I want to do with that. So I think, listen, the web rebuild, I just wanted to see what it would do. It looks just too generic, right? Now, in Claude's defense, I didn't give it too much context. I wanted to see what it would do by itself. I think from the perspective of if you have an outdated website, I think it'll do a great job, but it'll require some fine tuning and some vibe coding to get it to a point where you're happy with it, you know? Oh, right on, right on. Well, thanks for your support. I really appreciate it. Yeah, what do you mean contributions? Like, you want to give me an idea to build live right now? Sure. Heck yeah. Listen, these live streams are not only for me. You know, sometimes they're selfishly just for me, but they're for you, you know? I think I can also... Whoops. I'll move this back down. All right, so we'll clear out of this one here. And what do we want to make next? Call this one artifacts. And let's play with Claude agents on this one, shall we? All right, I want to build a new blog for Clearmud.ai. If you go check out clearmud.ai/blog, go check out that layout. I really love the layout, but I want to improve it. I want to make it a place where I can start my day. You know, I want to make that news feed along the left-hand side actually functioning. I want to create a list of source URLs that we target for that news. So we focus around frontier models, but also the likes of TechCrunch and some of the more popular AI news, like websites or blogs or what's the word I'm looking for? Publications. I like the center, but I'm open to changes. And then for the right-hand side, I love it as is, so please do leave it. But let's go ahead and reskin the blog, please. And I think we should also have a TLDR button for the day. So on any given day, if an end user viewing the blog clicks the TLDR, they just get a broad strokes pop-up, right, module that shows what are all the top news items for the day, but also any blogs that we may post, any live streams, what's discussed, etc., etc. I think that'll be a fun little feature of like, don't want to read through this, just TLDR it. Once you're done rebuilding the blog, check that out. Check out clearmud.ai for our current layout of the blog. I don't like how it's showing the history of other sessions. I really wish it would just show the history of the directory I'm working on with Claude agents. That's one little gripe that I have with this, because this is showing like tests that I did a few days ago. I don't like that, right? If I'm in a directory, I feel like it should only show me those sessions from that local directory. Anybody else notice this with Claude agents? Right on. Yeah, are you in the Discord by chance? Yeah, and as Sharma mentioned, we're all here to help. But Discord's honestly the best place to share, because that's, you know, everyone has the time to respond and not just be active during the live stream. You know what I mean? Hey, what's up, Barika? Good afternoon, good morning. How we doing today? Any suggestion on getting your VPS to talk to a public-facing website without risking security? My agent recommended a Cloudflare Tunnel, but curious on your thoughts. To talk to a public-facing website, are you more referencing having the ability to access your VPS, whatever it's Hermes or OpenClaw, through a public-facing domain? Or are you talking about more so doing work on a website via your VPS? Because I think that's an important distinction right there. Because if you're just doing work on a website, I mean, the best approach is GitHub. To be honest, it's GitHub repositories. But maybe I'm misunderstanding the question. But yes, Cloudflare, it's an industry standard for sure. Depends what your VPS is doing. Ah, okay, gotcha. So you want to access essentially your VPS, right? Because your VPS is hosting that multi-agent system, right? That Hermes system. I would say follow this. Let me pull up an old bookmark here. Give me a second. Bookmarks. I would say, honestly, feed this to your agent. Right here. Go check out this post. I know I've mentioned it before. And have your agent walk you through the steps on how to secure your VPS. And you don't have to use Hetzner, right? He uses Hetzner. I'm guilty of not, experimenting with this enough. But honestly, the best approach is to prompt your agent to say, hey, I'd like to do X, Y, and Z. what's the most secure way of approaching this? But I know that his step-by-step here, this foundational setup, is a good practice. Mr. Baker, correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, Tailscale or Cloudflare Tunnel for sure. I think Tailscale is the more popular one for sure. Interesting. Very interesting. Zarno, thank you for the comment. Thanks for the support. Yeah. If you need an idea for Opus 4.8, I tried to make him set up a perfect manifest automatic routing depending of the query. It did so badly that I find it very weird. Okay, right on, right on. Yeah, of course. Thank you for the question. Oh, I'll drop it in a sec. Give me one moment here. Let me go back to this one though. Shoot me a prompt in chat. Shoot me the prompt that you use to create it, and maybe I'll tweak it a little bit and we'll try to build what you build. Hope you guys don't hear that. Ooh, let's see how it does with a mock-up. Kind of like that. Okay. I think both. Current brand, submit. Oh, that's something else that I was working on, a little test. I want to cancel. There we go. What the heck is this? Must have been some of my tests and then I walked away from my tests. Alright, we'll let it work. Let it think. This is building. Let me drop a Discord link real quick. Take a quick break. All right, quick bio break, BRB. All right, we are back. See how he does there. Okay, I guess I could hide those. Ooh, I'm not sure about this. I know Tailscale is probably the more popular solution. But you know what? Let's see what Claude Opus 4.8 wants to tell us, shall we? Just gonna close out of there. Let's hit up Claude. Unbiased opinion. NetBird. Is there a fourth one you just dropped, Mr. Baker? I think you did. ZeroTier. Try to paste it here, but if you're not already in the Discord, go join the Discord. I think that was 5 invite links. The heck? Interesting. Right on. Yeah, we do have an onboarding in Discord. It's pretty simple. It's pretty basic. You just have to introduce yourself, and then our bot will give you a community role. I mean, we're going to look over it right now, but Ika, let's see how this goes. We're having Claude give us an unbiased opinion. Let's see how unbiased it truly is. This episode's all about testing the model anyway, so we might as well have it build us artifacts and do the research for us, you know? So just realized, Mr. Baker, I'm already hungry and I'm thinking about what I'm gonna make, and I realized I have to go to the grocery store for some ingredients. I did though. I was forced to buy a bunch of basil for pizza night the other night, but I only used a certain amount. So I ended up grinding the rest of it yesterday with some olive oil, some walnuts, some sea salt, a little bit of lemon zest, lemon juice. What else did I put in there? Touch of rosemary, blended it all together, got it to my desired consistency, put a little bit of sparkling water in there as well, and made my own pesto paste. So now I'm thinking, what can I make that goes good with that? That's not pasta. You know what I mean? So I'm definitely gonna do like a pesto paste on my fry bread, roasted garlic. But then I'm thinking, what else goes on top of that? Interesting. Hey, let's go. Right on. Yeah, it is a great substitute. Don't get me wrong. I still eat rice. I make something called gallo pinto, which is like you essentially fry some beans and then you mix in the rice, and then traditionally, depending on the culture, they'll add in certain ingredients. But that's like, it's only good with white rice, like traditional, like jasmine rice. I've tried making it with wild rice, brown rice, all the different types of rices. It just doesn't compare to jasmine rice. Nice. Hey, let's go. Good stuff. That's good to hear. Hey, right on. Thanks for the questions. Listen, we're here to learn together. Let's see. Clay isn't instant. Let me just make sure he's good to go. I'm waking him up here, asking why is he not instant, because he used to be instant. It's kind of annoying. I think he might be on a 15-minute timer. Interesting. Look at this. This actually looks really good too. Wow. I'm impressed. Let's make this almost full screen. Unbiased evaluation. 4 ways to make the internet feel like one local area network. Tailscale, Twingate, ZeroTier, and NetBird all promise the same dream: secure, encrypted connectivity between machines anywhere on Earth. But they take fundamentally different routes to get there. This is a no sponsorship, architecture first comparison to help you pick the one that fits your threat model, not a marketing page. I love this header. I love the background too. Wow. Opus 4.8 did a great job on building this out. All right. Without squirrel ado, Tailscale, WireGuard Mesh, manage the polished default, easiest path from zero to working mesh. Twingate, not a flat network, least privilege, access to apps. ZeroTier, virtual Ethernet at planet scale, the wild card, huh? NetBird, fully open source, self-hostable, end-to-end. I'm starting to see a trend with you, Mr. Baker. You really love the open source. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I love it. The fair framing, they're not all the same product. Before ranking anything, 3 of these build a flat overlay network where devices talk to each other directly. One of them deliberately refuses to, and that's the whole point of it. Comparing them feature for feature without saying this would be dishonest. Okay. Category A, mesh VPN / overlay. Every device gets a stable private IP and can reach every other unauthorized device peer-to-peer, usually over WireGuard. You're building a network, great for home labs, dev infra, multi-cloud, gaming, my laptop to my NAS. Tailscale, NetBird, and ZeroTier fall under that category. And then for category B, Zero Trust Access, ZETNA is my interpretation of that acronym. No flat network exists. Users get scoped access to specific resources, an app, subnet, database, and nothing else. There are no in-band ports or lateral movement by design. This is the modern replace the corporate VPN play. Interesting. Interesting. I like that. capability matrix. Nice, lovely comparison chart that it built here. So NetBird and Tailscale are same in that set. I'm gonna leave this on screen really quickly for a second while I tab over. I would say, Levy, just keep it to one comment. I'm going to delete it because he'll get confused and look at your most recent one. So let me optimize him real quick. I swear, one negative about Clay, about the Anthropic Banhammer moving from, he was operating off Haiku to GPT. On Haiku, he was just so damn efficient and so dang smart and effective. But on GPT's mini or whatever cheap model I have them on, it's not the business. It's not the business. We're doing a big Discord overhaul in the next few weeks, so I haven't spent too much time trying to optimize Clay because Clay is going to be repurposed and rebuilt. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Some fun announcements coming with the Discord. We are going to eventually open it up to the public, but there's going to be a lot of changes happening to the Discord to get ready for that shift in community. But Clay should be responding to you right now, Levy. Thanks for your patience on that front. Oh, let's catch up on some comments. My goodness. What's up, everybody? Welcome. Oh, are you talking? I mean, I hope that this is not hallucinated information. I think it did the work itself. I think it discovered the URLs for each provider. Desktop AI IDE for vibe coders, where a conversational orchestrator plans work, dispatches parallel coding agent, retains long-term memory of the project, and connects to the user's SaaS tools. Right on. I'm guessing you're trying to build this on top of Electrum. That's like usually the go-to to build desktop IDEs or any desktop app for that matter. Now, to ask you, this is a very broad prompt. Did you first try to build one out in the web browser? Or are you strictly trying to build this on a Windows-based machine? Or are you trying to build this on a Mac OS-based machine? Yeah, give me that context, because this will, I think, first and foremost, build the web version and then build the desktop version. But maybe we just try building the desktop version. Yo, what's up, Tommy? Hey, I appreciate you. You know, if you're referencing with you, shoot me an email or pop in the Discord and we'll chat, or DM me across socials. Right now, I'm very selective, and not to say that in a negative or bad way, but you know, I'm just showing up every day. I'm being consistent, so I appreciate the support. Hey, you make the vibes. Everybody in here makes it good vibes. So I want to thank each and every one of you for being here. Pokemon sandwich. This is so random. Are you like back on the live stream from when we were talking about food? Yeah, answer those questions for me. Damn, I'm usually very good with names. Hold on. You said it's, hold on. Starts with an F. Fratello. I won't forget that now. Fratello. I keep wanting to say this with an Italian accent. Clay will love you. Don't worry. Clay will love you. That's a snazzy site, right? I personally like the zero trust model as it only uses outbound port, so it doesn't expose anything to the outside world. Yep. Yeah, sometimes, man, Fratello comments, you know, I can't be on top of them every second, so I'll get to every comment. We're obviously way behind in comments right now. Yeah, I know, right? But here we are. This is yep, it's the worst it's ever gonna be. The future looks promising and scary. I think so. I think so. Okay, going back to this one. Okay, Electron. Did Clay do his work? Finally, Clay. Come on. Oh, this is a massive prompt here. Let's see. Whoops. Go back there. Let me finish going over this for Barika here, and then we'll get over to those prompts. Give me a sec. If you're new here, we squirrel a lot, you know? We'll be talking about one thing. Squirrel! You know what I mean? If you have dogs, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so you're building on top of... Okay. I mean, I could just be behind. Yo, what's up, fourth? No, what do you mean suspended your app? Like, so you were using, I'm guessing, API tokens via the Google Cloud Console? Man, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, and a negative with such a big company is sometimes their support and talking to somebody for clarity is an absolute pain. It's an absolute pain to get clarity, you know? Right on. Yeah, no, listen, I'm usually very sharp and remember names, and Fratello, it'll be stuck in my head now. Damn. Yeah, as I was just like ranting about, it's tough. Yeah, you're Levy in the Discord, right? Oh, probably since my channel got monetized. That's my guess. But fourth? Ah, shoot. Ah, okay. Levy Zarno. My bad. I don't see your comment, Fratello, in the Discord server. You have to go through the onboarding properly so that you get access to the whole server. So I think you have to introduce yourself with more than just a hi. Otherwise, you won't get a role. As soon as you do all that and then post the prompt, then listen, no offense, I just don't take DMs. It's just one thing I don't want to open up because DMs are more personal to me. So the Discord's already intimate enough as it is. So just do it in the Discord chat. Honest takes, one card each, where they shine, where they hurt. Tailscale, where it wins, the lowest possible friction. Install, log on with single sign-on. You're meshed in under 2 minutes. Magic DNS exit nodes, subnet routers, Tailscale SSH, and Taildrop are generally best in class. Nat traversal just works. Derp relays gracefully. Okay. Where it hurts. The coordination server is proprietary. Self-hosting means the community's head scale. Capable but unofficial and feature lagging. Per user pricing climbs quickly once you leave a generous free personal tier. It's a network, not a strict least privilege. You lean on ACLs to get Zetna-like scoping. Okay. Default recommendation for individuals, home labs, and most engineering teams. If you don't have a specific reason to choose otherwise, you'll be happy here. Twingate. Where it wins. I really wish that it would adopt a highlighted yellow for this, but I'm not going to vibe that for this demo. Trust least privilege. True least privilege users reach only the resources they're granted. No flat network, no lateral movement, 0 inbound ports. Connectors dial out, so there's nothing exposed to the internet. I love that. Excellent admin model, device posture, SSO and SCIM, built for IT and security teams. Great. Cleanest, retire the legacy corporate VPN story of the 4. Where it hurts, not a mesh. Traffic flows through connectors and relays, so device to device and layer 2s. Use cases are off the table. Full proprietary and cloud dependent. No self-hosting control plane. Overkill for a home lab or a few. Yeah, it seems like Twingate might not be the move for you, Barika, but could be wrong. I mean, at the end of the day, it's preference, right? This is just Claude Opus 4.8 unbiased opinion here. Unbiased. ZeroTier. Oh, I didn't read the where. The right answer when the question is, how do employees and contractors safely reach internal apps? Not, how do my machines talk to each other? Okay. ZeroTier, where it wins. The only one offering real layer 2 Ethernet bridging, broadcast, and multicast across the planet. Unbeatable for gaming LANs, Internet of Things, embedded fleets, and bridging weird legacy networks. Battle tested since 2015. Scales to very large flat networks. Self-hosted controllers. Where it hurts, custom crypto rather than WireGuard. Yeah, so custom cryptography. I'm not familiar with these two, but I know WireGuard is industry standard at this point. It's like one of those top solutions. I could be wrong, but I've also been out of the IT industry for quite a few years now, so don't quote me on that. DX and the admin UI feel dated next to Tailscale. More manual concepts to learn. Identity and single sign-on and posture features are thinner unless you pay up. The specialist pick if you need layer 2 multicast or huge IoT fleets. Nothing else here competes for a simple secure mesh. It's more machinery than you need. Okay. NetBird. Genuinely open source, including the management plane. No vendor lock-in ever. Self-host the whole stack or use their cloud. Your data, your call. Love that. Feature velocity is high, ACLs, routes, posture checks, single sign-on, activity logs, the Tailscale-like experience for people who can't accept a proprietary control plane. Where it hurts, younger and smaller ecosystem, fewer integrations, and less battle-tested at extreme scale. Self-hosting is real ops work. You own upgrades, relays, and uptime. Cloud polish and docs Tailscale through gaps, though the gap keeps shrinking. The open source Pure's Tailscale. I'm gonna have to try this out, Mr. Baker. If I must be able to self-host the control plane is not negotiable, this is your strongest option. No single winner, it depends on the access. Ease of use, winner Tailscale. Open source, winner NetBird. Tailscale's third. See their overall scores. Tailscale wins 2 of 4. I feel like this should be a 10, no? With it being open source? Like, it should be a 10 out of 10 value for money. Just tell me which one to pick. Tailscale. I want to secure mesh working in minutes with the least fuss for my home lab or my team. It's the safe default and earns it. NetBird, I need Tailscale experience, but must own the entire stack. Open source on my own infra, no lock-in. Twingate, I need to give employees and contractors least privilege access to internal apps and retire our legacy VPN. ZeroTier, I need layer 2 bridging, multicast, and gaming LANs, or a massive Internet of Things fleet on one virtual network. Listen, I'm impressed with this front-end design skill. I'm very impressed. All right, we'll get to this video is all you need. Interview with just use a VPS, bro. Yeah, me too. Me too, personally. All right. Yo, Levy, let's go check out your prompt. Autonomous infrastructure agent operating on a self-hosted Hermes deployment. Job is to drive token cost towards near zero while keeping it. Or measure deltas, not assumptions. So refresh my memory. Let me see. So yeah, so initially your original comment, Levy, is I didn't know you were trying to build it on a Hermes. I didn't know that this was a Hermes agent that you were trying to deploy. So let's dig into this, shall we? I already have initial thoughts, but let's read through the whole thing. Implement layers, verify each layer before moving on. Report measured deltas, not assumptions. Largest cost is not model price, it's context window weight. Every line of the code, tool, schema. Context lean. Route every request to the cheapest model that can handle it. Place runtime exploration with static knowledge. Never disable a capability without providing a delegation fallback path to it. Should be before or after each layer. Profile based. Fix only. Change presets. Instantly reversible by switching profiles, never making a reversible edit to the live default. Validate after each layer with a functional smoke test. Quality regresses, roll back that layer and report instead of pushing forward. Free tiers first, then subscriptions, then pay as you go. Always cascade fallbacks. Okay. What, I'm guessing you're using GPT to initially try to build this. Correct me if I'm wrong. What model are you using when you entered in this prompt into your Hermes agent session? Because I already have some recommendations. Listen, this is a very comprehensive prompt, but maybe the solution to get the end result you desire is executing this in layers rather than giving it this insanely comprehensive prompt to do all the layers for you. Maybe you start from the foundational layer and you start to build this out piece by piece rather than trying to feed it all the same prompt. Right? Yeah, I personally just don't. Wait, you gave it to Opus, but it clearly states that it's for Hermes. So do you have your Hermes agent operating as Opus? Is that what I understand? Yeah, yeah. All my own front-end design skills that I create are based off of the Anthropic front-end design skill. I use that as like the parent skill, so to speak. Yeah, for sure. And we didn't specify it either. All we specified was use the Anthropic front-end design skill. Dante, yo, you just allowed for me to teleport. Happy to help. Yeah, listen, I'm just briefly scanning it. I'm not going to read it all line for line. Okay. So, is it your default agent profile, or is it a separate agent profile on your Hermes system? Yeah, again, like, I'm a big advocate for simplifying things. Starting small, I would honestly, I'll help you do it here. Give me a second. Let me open up the Claude desktop app and we'll use Opus 4.8 to do this. Is Whisperflow not open? Did I really close that? I'd never closed Whisperflow. Come on now. There we go. Hey Claude, I'd like you to dissect this comprehensive prompt. I'm trying to feed this to my Hermes agent to build it out within my infrastructure, but I have a feeling we can take a more layered approach and build out certain features. Now, my agent is operating off of Opus 4.8. Interesting. Okay. Building what? Yeah, I would probably point here too to start as well, Barika. Yeah, I know, right? Shout out to the audience. Shout out to Ryan and Mr. Baker for saying, why don't you have Matrix Rain on those monitors in the background? Like, come on now. What are you thinking? Yeah, listen, just because we're coming up on 2 hours of live streaming, Levy, I want to feed this to a Hermes demo account, but I have a feeling it's going to take a bit of time. Excuse me. Yeah, man, Levy, I would take a different approach. I wouldn't just feed it all. Like, I can test feeding that all to a demo account, but I can't do that today, just due to time. If you caught us at the beginning of the live stream, I would have been happy to spin up one of my demo VMs. But yeah. But you're saying, so you made it manually and it worked better. So you got it working, but took more steps, right? And that's honestly would be my approach, is take, step by step, rather than, feeding it that comprehensive prompt. Because I was also, it's not that I was getting overwhelmed reading it, but I was kind of predicting that if you were to just feed this to an agent, it would miss the assignment, right? Because I think it needs to be done in layers, rather than giving it all those tasks at once. That would just be my personal approach. That's my approach to everything I do, is keep it simple, right? Just simplify things. Start small. Especially with multi-agent teams on OpenClaw and Hermes, like build one agent, one workflow, one automation, one cron, one skill, layer. Before you know it, you have 40 plus automations in place. But if you try to start with 40, it's more work to get them all up and running, right? Because you're juggling way too much at first. I think the same approach goes towards a prompt like this. I believe we had somebody else, though, who wanted us to try to build something. Fratello, where are you at? I'm seeing in the Discord you never introduced yourself, right? So I don't think you ever got a role. Bring that down a little bit. I have way too much on my screen. I'm juggling way too many windows. Let me reposition it so chat is always shown. Yeah, definitely not a bad approach, right? But at the same time, simplifying things is never a bad way to go. Oh no, it's all good. It's all good. Parlez-vous un petit peu? But I used to speak it in grade school, in high school. I actually went and lived in Aix-en-Provence for 3 months in my teenage years. And then I took like a train through France. But sadly, I forgot most of my French as I grew older. Portuguese is my primary second language. I know a little bit of Spanish, learning Italian. I should relearn French since I was speaking pretty well and reading and writing in my teenage years, but it's I cannot hold a conversation anymore. That's for sure. Yeah, of course. Hey, and thanks for the prompt. I wish I had more time to actually just deploy it, just paste that into a Hermes demo. And if you catch me earlier in the streams, we can definitely dedicate one of the streams for you. Next week, we're going to be back at it with Hermes related content. This weekend, I'll tease it for all the new viewers here, but I've been working on some plugins, one of which is ready. So the Atlas I built selfishly for me, right? It's just a way to visualize all your agent profiles. It also has a floor plan view and then a 3D view. These are more vanity than anything, but I wanted a traditional org chart to visualize my multi-agent team. But then I also built this floating chat bubble because, working with this TY chat in the dashboard, I found it very tedious and annoying to have to go back to the chat tab just to chat, right? So I did what I did for my OpenClaw system. I built a custom floating chat bubble for the Hermes agent dashboard, the built-in dashboard. And it's actually a plugin. I've tested this across multiple systems. I've tested this over the past 10 days with all the different Hermes updates that have happened. It works flawlessly. There were some minor tweaks and bugs and UI issues that I had to resolve, right? But for the most part, it's working. So I prepared a long form video that drops tomorrow. And at that point, the GitHub repository will be public to where you can just talk to your Hermes agent, say, hey, install this repository. It's a modular plugin for your Hermes agent dashboard. And what you'll essentially get is, let me do a hard refresh. We can actually close that there. I must have way too much open on this system. Let me try to close this one here. I'm starting to see the effects. Oh yeah, that's right. I do, don't I? So we close that. Right, so you have this floating chat bubble and it stays persistent no matter what tab you're in, right? It's pretty nifty. So this will go live tomorrow. Stay tuned for that. Just point your Claude at the Hermes directory and do alter code. Oh, that's hilarious. All good, Ryan. Yeah, it was a good one. It was solid. I mean, what do you want to build? I would say the best way to contact me right now is these live streams. Come out, hang out. Let's build something together live. From the video, I'll be able to learn all. Hey, no, thank you, Dante. I believe you're new here as well. Yeah, right now, I don't open up my DMs. And that's just more so to guard my time because I do have a life outside of the channel. This isn't my full time yet, right? This channel doesn't pay me anything. I have rejected sponsorship after sponsorship because the last thing I want to do is take money from a brand I don't fully believe in, nor a tool that I don't think I would stand behind, right? So I'm being very, very patient in building the foundation that is Clearmud. Don't get me wrong, Clearmud is going to be my full-time at some point. But right now I have to juggle client work, side work, to pay the bills, to put food on the table while I continue to work on this channel every single day. I have big plans for the channel. But listen, the best way to contact me is either pop in the Discord or these live streams. Honestly, these live streams, I try to make sure I never let a comment slide through. I want to get to every single comment on these live streams. And that is always the best way to interact and chat, to be honest. So I hope that answers it. Yeah, didn't you get an invite to Discord? I don't think you introduced yourself. So you didn't get a tag to go into chat, to go into community, to have the whole Discord opened up. Henry, welcome. Right on. Hey, you know what's funny is I think I remember your PFP in your name. That's why I'm like thinking you're not a first timer. I've seen you comment before, right? I could be wrong. But hey, thanks for this comment. I really appreciate the support. We do have an upcoming boot camp. It's not scheduled yet, but the next one is going to be for Hermes Agent. To clear the air, no, I did not replace OpenClaw. I still use OpenClaw every single day. But Hermes is something we can't ignore. I think it has its strengths. So that's why the next boot camp is going to be focused on a Hermes Agent system. But first, I'm getting well-versed, I'm testing, I'm building. Before I even schedule a boot camp, I want to be confident that the boot camp will bring you value. So thank you for this comment. Thank you for the notes. I do have another boot camp plan for OpenClaw at some point, but that's going to come after this season 2 for Hermes. It really is. It really is. I tried, so I'll give you guys a teaser. Tomorrow's video is going to be showcasing this plugin, giving the link to the repository, all that. Sunday's video, I attempted to migrate my OpenClaw multi-agent team over to Hermes. Because I have, you know, when we migrated everything, there was over 30 agent profiles that had to be migrated. There were over 50 skills, almost 60, over 40 crons. And I essentially go through the process of like, okay, how easy is it to migrate from OpenClaw to Hermes when you have so many moving pieces? At the very end, I let you know if I'm gonna have Muddy OS now live on Hermes or OpenClaw. I guess you have to wait till the end of that video to find out. But it was a fun video to record for sure. I have to finish the edit today. Yeah, listen, I think that's the best we can all do. Just keep building, right? Listen, I'm bootstrapping this brand. I don't have very much money to put up front. Like, I'm working month to month right now on side work, on side hustles essentially, until this channel becomes my full-time revenue for me. That puts a paycheck into my personal bank account. Right now, everything this channel earns stays in the channel bank account, which isn't much through YouTube. I didn't get a tag. I see you in introductions, but you're not introducing yourself, so my bot isn't giving you a role, right? Keep that in mind. Right on. Well, hey, I'm looking forward to, you know, continue live streaming with you here and building with you live. That's the best spot for these lives. And, you know, I've shifted around with how these lives operate. And my favorite format so far is the watch me work. We pick a topic for the day and we just do some work. And I interact with the comments. I never let the comments slip through. Although I do plan on doing silent live streams just to test, maybe one a week, to where the comments are open, but the comments are open for you guys to talk to each other. And I simply hide the comments from my screen. I show I have a POV on top of that camera that shows the full office, and I just work. I work silently. I show one of my screens and I just work. I like the idea of it, but I also like engaging with you guys here and getting to all the comments. So we'll have to test that for one day out of the week to see how it goes. Hey, right on, right on. Me too. You know what's funny is I haven't used this background in a while, but when I first started these live streams, this was the background I used because it's exactly that mindset. We're just building, right? Like, but then I switch from time to time. I'll go to this Hermes background, this OpenClaw background, if it's OpenClaw focused, right? And then I had this new grid background, which I didn't really like too much. So this blue grid is like my OG favorite. I'll have to create different variations of it for sure. You updated Hermes to 15.2. Now I have to fix my custom theme. Ooh. Shall we see if this works? I'm now curious. Hold up. We're gonna do this live. I'm gonna update my main Hermes system to see if it bricks our plugin. Let's see what happens. Are you talking about OpenClaw to Hermes? Yeah, I discovered this in the video, right? You know, I list off certain things I run into that you may run into if you're migrating a more complex system with more than one agent, with, you know, more than a handful of crons. It's not just plug and play. I'll spoil the video in that sense. It's not a plug and play migration. For the default agent and profile, one could argue it is. But the automations, the crons, those don't, it's not plug and play. Nothing else is plug and play other than the default agent profile. Yo, what's up, Derek? My opinion on 4.8, it's honestly not a big jump from 4.7 to 4.8. Nothing has blown me away as far as we've also gotten sidetracked and squirreled, as you know, Derek. I mean, it built this really amazing front end prop comparing 4 different solutions here. I was impressed by it. Let's go check the Claw Crib rebuild here. Let's see, did you already spin up the dev server for me? No, you did not. Setup preview. Port 3338. We'll just wait a moment. We're updating Hermes to see if the plugin works. I'm gonna take one more quick bio break and then we'll finish out the live stream here. I drank way too much coffee today. Squirrel surprise. I had to pin that as I walked away from the desk. Really? I haven't had an issue with memory yet. At least not yet. That'd be really cool, yeah. Listen, like I'm currently building out internal solutions that are going to help me with this. Today, I actually have to go through a massive checklist to validate everything works as intended. But soon I'll start reaching out to brands. Listen, it's not my focus right now to reach out to brands. I just let brands reach out to me. But currently, like, nobody has interested me yet because it's either third-party agency brokers who are reaching out on behalf of a brand, which, by the way, if you're a YouTube creator, I would never work with one of those because they take a massive cut. They're essentially taking away from you, the creator, when those brands work directly with creators, right? So there's just certain things I'm learning along the way. And listen, I haven't received an offer that is something I can fully stand behind. Again, if I don't stand behind it and I don't think you would find value in it, I'm not going to take any paid gigs. So I'm waiting for the right brands, and I'm being very, very picky on taking money with this channel right now because I don't want to violate your trust. I'm just not that type of person. I'm not here to extract money from you, whether directly or indirectly. Because if you're promoting something you don't believe in, you're extracting money indirectly from your audience, right? So, first time commenting, but yeah, keep up the great work. Hey, welcome. And good evening to you. I know it's probably, what, 10 p.m. for you? So thanks for taking the time, man. I really appreciate your support and looking forward to helping you out further down the road. Yeah, listen, the best thing you can do, Dante, is learn something new every day. Like, this space is moving so quickly, but also don't have that fear of missing out. Listen, like, don't have that fear of missing out. I think that's the thing that I think you have to go through it, and you have to become a certain age or go through enough cycles to learn this. But if you let the fear of missing out control or dictate your mood or emotions, you're gonna burn out at some point, right? Like, you'll burn out. Just learn something new every day, right? Bit by bit, step by step. And I just got sidetracked because I got pinged on my... I didn't realize I had that open and close that. It's too distracting. You better be squirreling. All right, let's see how this update is affecting our plugin. Let's do a hard refresh here. This will be a great test. Ooh, some slight weird little bug. Okay, loaded. Let me go to the main chat. Do a hard refresh here. Looks like events feed disconnected. Interesting. WebSocket connection failed. We're on the default chat. Let's give it a moment. Looks like we have a dashboard issue more than anything. So let me pop open Hermes on that VM. After Hermes update, dashboard on my host PC, not loading chat TUI, WebSocket issue. All right, let's go finish testing. Derek, I realized I didn't answer you. Okay, so this is a demo of the onboarding that it's created for us. It's looking slick so far. House manager, interesting. Engineer, that's cool. Researcher, so it has just default options here. Okay, interesting. I mean, it's too basic for me. I would just want a big house, you know what I mean? These are like little cubicles in the void. Tore the sample crib. So I would want to... Yeah. Listen, it's not a bad first go. Not a bad first go at all. So this is not a bad first go at all. However, you know, when it comes to the crib itself, to me, it just looks like a whole bunch of cubicles, right? I think that it should look like an actual crib, whether it's an office with an open floor plan, right? Or an office with an open floor plan, but also glass offices that are off into the corners or off on one wall. These just look like independent cubicles, right? This does not look like a unified crib, right? On top of that, I think we should have different themes for the crib, or different floor plans, or different styling. So not a bad first go, though. Let's see how he does. Listen, not bad, not bad. I'd have to actually test this on my OpenClaw primary setup or a demo account to see how it actually works, to see if it works. But I'm loving this newer approach, to be honest with you. Okay, interesting. Lifelong video gamer turned trader in stock options and also studied e-commerce. Not offering money, I'm offering partnership, telling you I'm building the future right now. Listen, as I said before, man, my time is limited right now. I'm not looking to partner with anybody or collaborate on building something that's going to take away from my primary focus right now. I don't mean to be rude with that. Listen, learn something new every day. You'll get there. Yeah, third-party agencies, listen, yeah. I've actually had some decent offers, but it's not like... no number is going to be enough for me to lose your trust, right? Like, I'm not here to do that. I'm here for the long haul. Clearmud is a brand with a vision, with a future, with a plan that a lot of you wouldn't believe it. And I'm not going to share that plan with you, but it's not just a YouTube channel. It's starting out as a YouTube channel, sure, but the plan for Clearmud is much bigger than that. When playing with agents are already way ahead of 99% of people who are still using basic chatbots. Yeah. Ah, okay, so you discovered this as well. Nice. Hexagons. Yo, what's up, Rue? How you doing? Hey, as I mentioned before, I don't do DMs. You'll have to do chat. I see you did get you did get access because you introduced yourself. Put it in chat. I mean, be realistic with it a little bit more. You know what I mean? I'd say they have to offer 2 for me to consider it. I wouldn't just blindly reject them. I would double it first and see if they're serious. Yeah, for sure, man. You just got to keep showing up every day for yourself. You know what I mean? Yeah, money is everywhere. Money's abundant, right? Like, but if you solely focus yourself on making money, listen, I did that early on in my career, and I'll tell you, it may have felt nice in the short term, but in the long term, it definitely damaged certain parts of me. And I'm not making that same mistake twice with Clearmud. Everything has a price. I'm sure with the correct price, you will agree. Not if it's like, listen, like if it's off brand, like I'm not going to go promote a product that has nothing to do with AI or that we would never use or stand behind. I'm not that type of channel. Simple as that. Sorry, my mother dearest just messaged me. They would love a ride to the airport. Sure. It's crazy how early in life I spent so much time trying to get away from my parents. My teenage years, my 20s, my early 30s. I wouldn't say as much my early 30s, but it took my mid 30s to realize they're some of the most important people in my life. And I always make time for them, even if I'm busy. It's something I know I won't regret when I'm older and they're not around. Looks like to get the TY chat working on the dashboard now, you need to add Hermes dashboard and secure 1 to env. Interesting. Let's go take a look. Hermes is updated to 15.1. Dashboard service is running. This is not looking too good for my chat bubble plugin, is it? Let's see. Ooh, finally! I was wondering when they were gonna do this. I love that they did this. Ah, wonderful. Man, I might have to start using this more and more and more. Yeah. And I think I'm also going to give it let's open up the local browser here real quick. Maybe you can cross-reference version 14 versus version 15 changes on Git to figure out how to resolve this. Oh, I used the Mac shortcut, but we're on a VM, so I had to use the Windows based shortcut. There we go. Hey, good night, Sharma. No, I'm happy to look at it, but we're on a live stream right now, right? Like, so it has to be right now. So if you don't want to show it, it's all good. It's all good. Totally understand. I feel that. I feel that. Sorry, just got to your comments there. Other option is using SSH tunnel. Hey, right there. Derek's a good one to talk to about this stuff. He's a true OG. He's been following this channel since, I want to say, I'm not sure how many subs we had when he started following, but when I was live streaming, he was one of 2 live viewers. Back when there was only 1 or 2 viewers. So he's been here since day one. So yeah, definitely reach out, especially when he's offering like that, because I know he's a business owner. He's a busy man. He's got a lot of kids too. He's got a big family. Like, his time is scarce. Dashboard embedded chat enabled. Interesting. Interesting. All right. And I was going back to reading your comment, Mr. Baker. So for OpenClaw, I don't use an SSH tunnel for OpenClaw. I know it's tried to force me down that path, but this TV is also broken, which is why it has so many children. Oh, that's funny. And let's not squirrel away from the topic of this live stream. Let's go back to Claw Crib real quick. Let's see what he did. Done. The crib is now one unified office instead of separate cubicles with a theme switcher. Ooh, let me reposition that because that is unlegible. All right, let's do a quick refresh. All right. Let's just kind of leave everything default. Kind of cool. I mean, interesting. I'm definitely not gonna delete this code base, but I'm not gonna just use this outright. And the theme switcher just changes the color. It doesn't really change the overall theme. So I would definitely want to take a different approach to this. I would want to add like camera control movements, but not a bad first go, if I'm being honest. Okay, all right, not mad at it. Oh, it looks like he fixed itself. Let's see what happened. Looks like he's still working. Let me get impatient and go check it out. Let's do a hard refresh. Let's go to chat. Session looks like it is loading. Ayo, testing. This weird here, gateway status start failed when clearly it's online. I mean, let's check the chat bubble. Chat bubble still works, but there's a gateway failed to start error showing up. No, don't tell me. Am I gonna have to fix something? Let's see. So it looks like when I moved over from models to logs, okay, maybe that was a one-off. It restarted that session. Oh, you know what? It could be Hermes is doing work on the back end. So I don't think that was anything I was doing. Okay, it's done now. So now I can actually thoroughly test this. So what broke after update? Mr. Baker, this one's for you and anybody else curious. I think I'm going to have to also do an update to that video too, huh? Or at least pin a comment. What broke after update? Version 4 behavior allowed API PTY WebSockets from LAN clients when dashboard was started with. Okay. This same shit happened, excuse my language, same stuff happened with OpenClaw. They tried to make things more secure, but then they would break dashboard functionality. So version 15 added a stricter WebSocket peer check. HTTP dashboard still loaded from host PC, but API PTY from the host got rejected with a 403. Also, your system D unit already had Chat Backend Classic, but Hermes CLI Web Server API was ignoring that variable and still spawning the React Inc. TY path, which was only emitting terminal reset bytes and no usable Hermes frame. Got it. So changes made, fixes, start server, now stores all allow public on app state. Now keep in mind, if you're on a VPS, this fix may not be the same for you. This is all local for me, so I don't open up anything to the outside world. That's why I'm not concerned about opening things up on my LAN, on this LAN specifically. All right, let's go run a quick test on that dashboard, see if everything's back online. Hard refresh. Go to chat. Let's go figure out where. Okay, so in sessions. Gateway failed to start sessions. Actually, we can just go ahead and use our chat feature here now. But look at that, our plugin still works after that update. Love it. Oh, I love to see it. Ah, freaking love it. It makes me so happy that I don't have to make any adjustments to the plugin. Yeah, never. Never, 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 never. Yeah. Yeah, not everybody has the same setup. You gotta be environmentally conscious of not talking about the environment, although that's not a bad thing to be conscious about. I'm talking about environment specific with how you host your Hermes, OpenClaw, or whatever you're hosting, right? Everyone's environment is unique. Everyone's different. Not everybody operates out of private lands. Not everybody has the background that Mr. Baker and I have. So I know a lot of people operate out of public networks as well. And, you know, most of what I do, I would not recommend setting up on a public network, you know, on your machine that's constantly accessing public Wi-Fi's. That is not safe. That is not smart. Let me find you a link. If you scroll up enough, let's see. Man, we've been chatting a lot in here, huh? Derek right here. I'm the OG from this YouTube and proud of it. Let's go. But love the Discord at times. I go slow as I run businesses. I got lots of kids, but always catch up, man. Yeah, he always does. I was giving you a hard time, Derek. I was giving you a hard time. You're my boy, Blue. You know, I named my second dog Blue because of that. Literally just because of that movie, that line. I mean, he's still working. I was just confirming. One thing I wonder, Mr. Baker, what do you think? Like, so let's say I'm navigating the Hermes agent dashboard, right? But then I go back to chat, floating chat bubble disappears, and then I go back out in the middle of a session. I'm wondering if I should create a rule where if a session is active in the chat tab, it reopens the floating chat bubble, because currently it does close it and you have to click it again. But the session stays active, it's persistent, which is great. But I'm wondering if I should enable that. Interesting. Okay. Come on now, it's just timing out, so I'm wondering if... I mean, it looks like it's been controlling the browser for 1 minute. Let's give it some time. Let me be patient. Let's see. Hold on. I missed that comment. Ragnar, Athena, Aurelius, Draco, Sansa, Arya. No way. 3 goats. Louise, Milo, and Deborah. Deb. Yo! This is awesome. It's freaking awesome. Barika? So you have your own, like, straight up farm, I'm guessing. I love the names too. And you know, you could have fooled me for being a Game of Thrones fan. Sansa and Arya. And then Marcus Aurelius. I mean, he's the GOAT. I know he's not from Game of Thrones, right? That's it's a real person, but big fan of Marcus Aurelius. I actually have his meditations in my bedroom. I used to read it every night, but not as much. Or a ranch. Okay, forgive me. I'm thinking Portuguese terms, farm. You have a ranch. Right on. Right on. You know what still to this day scares me are horses. They're beautiful creatures. Don't get me wrong, I'm an animal lover through in and throughout, but I've gotten booted off horses too many times in my life, and I'm alive to tell the tale. So that's why I'm kind of scared of them, because I know their power. Yeah. I've got booted off of one too many horses, and I just refuse to get back on one until I can trust it again. But maybe that's the thing. Maybe I just need to trust the horse and it won't boot me off. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think it matters for now. I think I'm going to leave it since I know it works from 13 or from 14 to 15 now. Like, this is solid. This is great. I love this. Like, heck yeah. Did it fix that real time? Yeah, it fixed that real time. This is great. So I'm not going to make any changes to the repository. I'm just going to toggle it onto public tomorrow morning when this video goes live that showcases this plugin. And then I need to continue working on Atlas this coming week. This weekend and this coming week for sure. All right, shoot, it's almost midday. It's almost 12. Mr. Baker, I'm sure it's dinner time for you. I think for me, it's about that time where I break my fast for the day, start eating. Still have to go to the grocery store too, so I think this is a great place to end it. Listen, I know we ended up squirreling towards the end of this live stream. We did some Hermes agent work. Stay tuned this weekend. I have this chat bubble. We're releasing this to the public tomorrow. And then on Saturday, I demo me migrating from OpenClaw to Hermes to see what breaks, to see the experience I had, etc., etc. It's easier than I thought it would be. I'll give it that. But I guess you'll just have to wait and find out till that video to see if Muddy OS is going to have a new home on Hermes or not. And then at the start of the live stream, we did some vibe coding with Opus 4.8. Listen, I don't see a big difference between 4.7 and 4.8, but then again, I don't have a set of prompts that I use with each upgrade. I think that's something I should do moving forward, is create like a library of benchmark tests that are just prompts that I can test from one model to the next. That way I can then compare the output from this model to the output from that model. I think that's something I need to add to my list just as a channel, as I'm literally writing this down, so give me a second. Okay. I like writing things down that are important to me. Yeah, it really is. Really is. You're right to be scared. There are magnificent but scary creatures. I have back problems from thinking I could ride everything when growing up. I've been thrown off so many animals, so now it's just AI. Damn. Yeah, good, valid point right here. Valid point right here. Yeah, there's a Discord link. If you scroll up in chat, should have 5 total uses. I only saw 2 people join. So go chew up one of those resources. I don't have it in my clipboard anymore though. So you'll have to just scroll up to, I want to say it was about an hour ago, maybe an hour and a half ago that we dropped that Discord link. But yeah, that's the best way to join. Let me see if I can recover that link really easily. So there should be edit link. No, that just creates a new link. I don't want to create a new link. I want to use the same link. Let's go check server settings here. That's how you do it. But how do I... It doesn't show me the code again, huh? It's a bummer. You would think it would allow me to... I think it would allow you to recopy that link. It's a bummer. Come on, Discord. All right, there you go. All right, y'all, so it's been real, it's been fun. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for taking time out of your Friday to hang out. It's been a fun one. We'll be back at it Monday, same time. Stay tuned this weekend. We have our long form videos posting on Saturday and Sunday. I gotta say, you know, we tested that format this month, and I do love the format. I actually... So far, I kind of prefer posting videos on Saturday and Sunday over Tuesday and Thursday. So I think we're going to carry on this tradition into the month of June and just do another month to see how it goes. Yeah. Otherwise, happy building. We'll catch you back here Monday. Just want to thank everybody for tuning in. Thank you, Dante. Thank you, Whoosh. Thank you, Tex, aka Barika. Thank you, Mr. Baker. Thank you, Derek. Man, you're making me hungry just knowing that you're in the kitchen right now. I need to go cook some food. Let me keep scrolling. Let me see how many I can pin. Okay, I lost it for a second. Thank you, Fratello. Thank you, Sharma. I know you already left before. Thank you, Whoosh. Thank you, Levi. Let me know how to pronounce that. And I can't keep scrolling up. That's all I can pin. I try to pin every comment, but this social stream ninja only shows me so much. So yeah, everyone have a great weekend. Thank you, Mr. Baker. Thank you, Barika. And we'll catch you Monday, same time. Until then, happy building. Cheers.